All right. Hey, Shalom, Shalom. We the Brothers of Great Millstone Church of Birmingham, Alabama. And as always, I want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Yeah, in the ancient Hebrew tongue, that would be the correct name of the Heavenly Father, His beloved Son, and the Holy Spirit. I also would like to give double honors to our teachers, the head apostles and elders of the Great Millstone. Shalom, you brothers out there laboring in His work, continually pushing out this gospel in all true faith and sincerity. I also want to say shalom to you believers out there, you Akim and you Aqua, which consists of you brothers and sisters alike that subscribe to the truth as well. So we back once again in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. And this will be the 5th installment of as foretold in the scriptures, all right? And what you're witnessing right now is nothing more than biblical prophecy being made manifest. You know, you got this swarm of activity, this spirit of unease that's beginning to overwhelm the planet Earth. And me and the brothers, we were just briefly touching on what's going on over there in Atlanta. What's the guy name?
Brooks.
Rashad Brooks, that whole thing. And to the naked eye, you would just think that this was just some random acts, but really this is nothing more than Yahweh Shema Shai stirring things up. You know, we're in a time of prophecy, man. You know, and this is the time where, again, the things that was foretold to come to pass in the latter days is now being brought more and more to the forefront. Matter of fact, you got a precept?
Yeah, you want to get something out?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Kai, this say Ezra 9:1.
That's the spirit. I was thinking about
okay,
that.
Kai.
That's the spirit. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, say Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Right, so we are to measure the time diligently in itself. Now it's heavy. Through the spirit, we was mentioning that at camp, how timelines, where you at is based upon kingdoms.
Yep.
You know? That's where you know where you at in the process. When you read the scriptures with understanding, what you come to find out is that life and time is based upon, you know, the rise and fall of different kingdoms and empires. That's why, for example, you might read in the 3rd year of King, Cyrus, right? Why? Because that's where you gauge where you at in history, and even here in the here and now. You know, we know exactly where we at because this is that kingdom that was foretold to be erected, that wicked kingdom that has exceeded all wickedness. Matter of fact, give me in the Apocrypha the prayer of Azariah, the 1st chapter, the 9th verse, real quick. Let's get that real quick. Because America is the wickedest kingdom ever erected, man. You got a lot of people out there that marvel at the fact that we say America is biblical, all right? Well, first of all, you're not going to find the word America, man. You're not going to see the United States of America in the scriptures, right? But the scriptures do outline America. Why wouldn't Yahweh Shema Shai make mention of the wickedest kingdom ever erected? See? Somebody can get that too in
Revelation.
Yeah, Revelation. You got that?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Revelation 1:8. And I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending, said the Lord, which is, and which was, and which is to come.
Meaning what? The Lord covers all sides of the spectrum. He is that which is dealing with the present, which was, which is concerning the past, and which is to come, which is the future. Right? Go ahead.
It said the Almighty.
The Almighty. See? All right, so go ahead. And somebody give me wickedness of exceedingly polluted the earth. Let's get that first. All right, get that. Then we're going to get that prayer as a right. You got that?
Yeah, I got it on that.
That wicked, whoever got that wicked.
Oh, you want that on?
That's 2nd Ezra 15?
15, yup. 15, like 5, 6. All right, I got you. This 2nd Ezra chapter 15.
And you get that evil multiplied on the earth?
God. All right, it said Ezra 15, I'm going to start at verse 5. It said, behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
Right.
For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth.
Now, wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. Why is that? Because the so-called white man is in power. He pretty much is the springboard, if you will, that propels wickedness out there. Wickedness is not just some random, there's a seed, there's a source behind wickedness, man. You know? That's just like if you look up in drugs all of a sudden in your neighborhood. It didn't just come in, you got a source pumping. Oh, that's what they say.
It's a plug.
Yeah, there's a plug there. It's a source there, man. Believe you me, it's a house somewhere that's pumping them drugs out. So that's the same with the so-called white man. The earth has exceedingly polluted the planet Earth. So now you got to find out where's this source of this wickedness. Well, hold that. Give me what you got.
First Maccabees, I'm gonna start at chapter 1, verse 7.
And give me Psalm 37.
So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule everyone in his
Now hold
place.
up, even historians would agree with us that Alexander was a goddamn Edomite, man. Alexander the Greek, okay? He was a homo, he was a killer, but he might have been Esau, man. Real talk.
He said, the earth was quiet before him.
Yeah.
That sword kicked in.
Yeah, that sword kicked in, yup. And they say here how he wept because he didn't have no more lands to conquer, man. Right? Yep, go ahead.
It says, verse 8, it says, and his servants bare rule everyone in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years. And evils were multiplied in the earth.
See, and evils was multiplied in the earth. Now, that's the point where wickedness started to multiply. And you might say, well, hold up, Esau been on the scene. They've been there ever since the garden. They've been there ever since Cain. Well, look, that's when they had power.
Yeah.
That's when they actually had rulership, when they came into power as a force, right? And they had influence, where they can influence the world. See, so that's when wickedness began to multiply on the planet Earth. So we just went to the source. We just went to the seed. Now let's see what that seed have done. Give me Psalms.
Psalm 37 and 35. I have seen the wicked in great power.
Right. So it started as a seed, right? Go ahead.
And spreading himself.
And spreading himself. Go ahead.
Like a green bay tree.
Like a green bay tree. So this seed started off, right, with Alexander. Now what you have today is this wickedness have sprouted as a green bay tree. Now when you consider a tree shadows. Wait, if it's hot, where you go get shade from?
A tree.
Right? Under the shadow, right?
That's right.
So that's that shadow. Matter of fact, give me Isaiah 60 real quick. This shadow has covered over the whole earth. That's why this tree is known, the so-called white man's rulership, as well as other kingdoms. But in particular, what we're talking about right now, this is that tree. Now, a tree, it symbolizes branching out.
Yeah.
That tree ain't necessarily, it just says it's a plum tree, right? It could be next door to you or 2 houses down. That branch can actually extend to your yard. You ain't got to go to that neighbor yard. If that branch extends to your yard, then you can pluck from his tree. That's the same with America. His branches have extended throughout the world, his influence. You got a McDonald's in goddamn Egypt, man, right? So that's a form of America's influence stretching out throughout the world. And that shadow has covered the world. Give me Isaiah 60. You got that?
It's Isaiah 60.
60 and 1.
61. This is Isaiah 61. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee.
Read, go ahead.
For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people, but the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee.
Right, so it said the darkness shall cover the earth. And that's what you see right now. The influence of the so-called white man has taken hold of the whole entire planet Earth, thus fulfilling the prophecy spoken of in Job, the 9th chapter. Where the entire earth was given over to this man. Okay? So now, give me, you got something?
This is the word cover. And what is it? Psalms, 60 and what? 2? Yep, 60 and 2. Darkness shall cover the earth. That's Psalm 60 and 2. This is the word cover in Psalm 60 and 2.
Isaiah 60 and 2.
Salakia. Isaiah 60 and 2. That's what I meant to say. Isaiah 60 and 2. And Strong's H 3680, it says to cover, conceal, hide, conceal, cover, to be covered, to cover, clothe, to cover, conceal, to cover for protection.
Right.
It says to cover over, spread over, to cover, overwhelm.
To overwhelm. Esau's philosophies, ideas, the ideologies of the so-called white man have overwhelmed the entire planet Earth. That's why you got these gooks walking around in goddamn 3-piece suits with a suitcase, man.
Right.
You got these so-called Arabs who have adopted this system over here in America, or these different foreigners. Why? Because this darkness of the so-called white, which again, that darkness in the spirit, it symbolizes the misinformation and disinformation that's on display by way of the so-called white man. What's that? Oh, that is? Okay, kind of long as you know what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just me.
Real quick.
You got something?
Yeah, real quick.
Go ahead.
It's Revelation 12 and 9. And a great dragon was cast out,
That's it.
that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world.
So, can you do something?
He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
Yep. So like, read that again.
It was on Revelation 12:9. The great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan.
That's dealing with the so-called white man. All right, go ahead.
Which deceiveth the whole world.
Woo! Which deceived the whole world. He deceived the whole world by way of his philosophies, his ideas. You know, whether it's in the form of the institutions and universities, that, you know, the different platforms that display that, or just his politics, whatever, man. This man's fingerprints is throughout the entire planet Earth. But again, it's a fulfillment of prophecy. Go ahead, Al.
He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
Yeah, but that's dealing with the war in heaven. That's a whole other story. All right? So now, give me what you got.
God, just going back to that shadow. This is Ezekiel 31 and that tree too. Ezekiel 31:3. Behold, the Assyrian was a cedar in Lebanon.
Now, who is the Assyrian right there? That's another buzzword for America. Again, you're not going to see the word America, all right? You got Jake's, show me where America, you know, we can't show you that. But if in the spirit, if you understand through the spirit, Assyria is a buzzword for America, all right? Just like Egypt, you know? What else? Spiritually Sodom.
Yeah, Babylon.
Babylon, of course. Nineveh.
Syria.
Yep.
Seir. Should I say Seir?
Yep, Seir, Mount Seir. These are all buzzwords for the so-called white man and his habitation. Yep, Babylon, right? Go ahead.
God, it said, behold, the Assyrian was a cedar in Lebanon with fair branches.
Right, and we just read in First Maccabees where that seed was first planted. Now what you're witnessing is the after effects, where this man have grown and blossomed. That's why we read in 2nd Ezra the 15th chapter. Wickedness have exceedingly polluted the entire planet Earth. It also tells you in Revelation his hurtful works. Hold that on there.
18, bro.
Yep, 18, 22, I think. Go ahead.
Yep, it says, behold, the Assyrian was a cedar in Lebanon with fair branches and with a shadowing shroud.
Yep. Woo, with a shadowing shroud. That's why when you read the scriptures, tell you how this man have covered, it's been a veil that covered the entire planet Earth. Go ahead.
It said, and of his high stature, and his top was among the thick boughs.
Yep, and his top was among the thick boughs. Yeah,
it says, the waters made him great. The deep set him up on high with her rivers running round about his plants. And set her little rivers unto all the trees of the field.
Right, and those trees of the field dealing with the other nations. Right? And those rivers is dealing with his philosophies. You know? Go ahead.
Therefore, his height was exalted above all the trees of the field, and his boughs were multiplied, and his branches became long because of the multitude of waters.
Right, so this tree right here is symbolic to the so-called white man. That's just like when you read Genesis, is that the 3rd chapter? Where it talks about the trees of the field. That's a metaphor for the nations. Matter of fact, can you give me that in Mark 4 and 32, I think? Somebody get that real quick. You got a precept? Anybody got a precept over there?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Come to the book of Revelation 18, in verse 3. It says, for all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
Right, it said all the nations have committed fornication with her, right? Meaning these other nations left off the customs of their forefathers. They left off from them customs to follow the so-called white man's customs. Case in point, like you might see an Arab woman, you know, walking around in some damn leggings with a cell phone to her ear with shopping bags, you know, representing the ways of the West. Whereas in times past, she would have herself covered up with a veil.
Right.
See, that's a form of nations, you know, committing fornication with this whole America. All right? All right, so come on, give me what you got.
God, St. Mark 8 and 24. And he looked up and said, I see men walk, it's like he said, and he looked up and said, I see men as trees walking.
See, I see men as trees walking. So when you read in Genesis where it talks about the trees in the garden, that's symbolic to the nations.
Right.
Okay? That's why you get the phrase family tree. See? So now, that's why we read right here in Ezekiel, this tree right here is talking about the so-called white man. Continue.
It said, all the fowls of heaven made their nests in his bowls.
Right, meaning all these other nations that was the time when everybody flocked over here to America and rested in this tree. Right? Go ahead.
It says, and under his branches did all the beasts of the field bring forth their young.
Yeah, that's what they did. You know, you had a time we had all these foreigners to come over, and they brought their young, their little ones over here to create a soft landing. They was looking at America as the land of milk and honey, man. You know, the golden city. Right? Go ahead.
And under his shadow dwelt
See,
all nations.
under his shadow, under his misinformation, under his philosophies, which is known as a shadow, man. And you see that's a contrast to the scriptures.
Yep.
In the understanding and knowledge of Yahweh Shema Shah. What we have is known as light. What the so-called white man promotes and pushes forth is known as a shadow, man. See that? Read that again.
It said, and under his shadow dwelt all great nations.
See that?
Yeah, that was pretty much the point.
Yep, so all great nations. Matter of fact, continue.
Okay, kind. All right, it says, thus was he fair in his greatness,
See, he was fair in his greatness. Go ahead.
in the length of his branches.
Hold up. In the length of his branches, I just brought up the point through the spirit. Like if you can have a tree in 1 yard, and its branches can extend out. So the so-called white man, in the length of his branches, extends throughout the world.
Yep.
He's way over here in the west, but he's influencing the entire planet Earth. Right? Go ahead.
Kind. It says, for his root was by great waters.
And that's dealing with America. America is the reason why he's pushing, because his roots is by great waters.
Yep.
There's import. This place is an import.
Scripture said the whore set up.
The horse sit up on great minute water. Somebody can get that.
Yep.
Because America, this is how America makes its money. You know, through the ships, through the waters. Right? You got something?
I appreciate it real quick.
Go ahead.
This is Psalms chapter 12, verse 8. The wicked walketh on every side when the vilest men are exalted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, when the vile man is set up and exalted, when that tree is exalted, then wickedness is everywhere. Matter of fact, hey, what you witnessing is wicked at its height. Give me the prayer of Azariah, the 9th verse, real quick. And then we're going to go back here. I know you got something on that too, right?
Okay.
You got it up?
Yeah, I'm going to get this on the prayer of Azariah,
The 9th verse.
verse 9. This is the prayer of Azariah, verse 9. And it says, and thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies,
Right, that's dealing with the so-called white man. Go ahead.
most hateful forsakers of the Most High,
Go ahead.
and to an unjust king, and the most wicked in all the world.
Right, so that shows you who the so-called white man is. So if that's the case, that means his influence is going to be wickedness. And that's going to be the vibration of the planet Earth. That's that darkness, that shadow which have covered the planet Earth, right? So now, let's go back to use that.
All right, kind. This Ezekiel 31. Yeah, Ezekiel 31 and verse 8. It says, the cedars in the garden of the Most High could not hide him.
Mm-hmm.
The fir trees were not like his bows.
Right, read that again.
God, this Ezekiel 31 and 8. The cedars in the garden of the Most High could not hide him.
See, that with the garden.
That's
That
it.
proves that when you read in the garden with the trees in the garden, that's talking about nations. See, go ahead.
The fir trees were not like his bows,
Uh-huh.
and the chestnut trees were not like his branches.
That's another nation. The fir tree is one nation, the chestnut tree is another nation. Go ahead.
Not any tree in the garden of the Most High was like unto him in his beauty.
Right. This so-called white man, in his prime, no other nation was compared to him. When you go back to the ancient Egyptians, they didn't have fighter jets, man. You go back to the Medo-Persian Empire, any of these different kingdoms that was erected. They wasn't like the so-called white man in his beauty or in his height.
Yep.
See? Go ahead.
I have made him fair by the multitude of his branches.
Right, and that goes into, again, him being able to extend out. Go ahead.
So that all the trees of Eden
Peep this.
that were in the garden of the Most High envied him.
They ended him. So, that, matter of fact, give me these shall hate the whore.
Yep, that's it.
Oh, yeah.
See, all these other nations envying this devil, man. All right, and that's going to be turned. That's going to be flipped and bounced to them shooting missiles. Oh, the brother sent some in the group text. Who that was? Was that France? Somebody sent a shot off an ICBM missile, man, towards America, man.
Oh, yeah, kind.
You know. So that shows you right there that hey, what we've been saying is not some far-fetched idea, man.
That's right.
All right, just some wayward thought we came up with, you know, for shock value. We're gonna come up with the craziest, you know. No, this is scriptural, man.
That's right.
All right, so go ahead.
Yeah, this Revelation 17:16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore.
Right, these shall hate the whore. See? Go ahead.
And shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire.
Yeah, what's that talking about? That's dealing with World War III, when it has reached its climax and ran its course, man. When the smoke cleared and dust settled, America's going to be left totally desolate, right? Thus said the Bible. We just read it, so let's go back here.
Ezekiel 31:10. Therefore, thus said the Lord, power, because thou hast lifted up thyself in height, and he has shot up his top among
I'll read that again.
Ezekiel 31:9. I have made him fair by the multitude of his branches, so that all the trees of Eden that were in the garden of the Most High envied him.
Right, so all these other nations, they envy America, man. You know? And that's that righteous anger of the Lord. That's the fury of the Lord resting on these other nations. See? Go ahead.
Right. It says, therefore thus said the Lord, power, because thou hast lifted up thyself in height.
Right. Oh, give me the book of Obadiah.
That's it.
The third verse.
That's
Thou have
it.
lifted up thyself in height.
Yep.
That's that pride. Give me Proverbs 16, 18. Yep, give me what you got.
Obadiah verse 3. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high.
Right, see, go ahead.
That saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Right, so the scripture, we go back to what you just read.
It says, therefore thus said the Lord, power, because thou hast lifted up thyself in height.
See, you have exalted yourself. You're proud. Go ahead.
And he have shot up his top among the thick boughs, and his heart is lifted up in his height. I have therefore delivered him into the hand of the mighty one.
Now hold up. So that's the chronological order. This man lifted himself up in height. So now the Lord is going to deliver him over to the mighty one, which that's somebody to Russia. Well, hold that and give me Proverbs 16.
Proverbs 16 and verse 18. Pride goeth before destruction.
See?
And an haughty spirit before a fall.
Yeah, haughty spirit is being exalted before you ultimately fall, right? So that's what you see how the scriptures come together? This is all a build up to the destruction of the so-called white man. You might say, well, hold up, what that have to do? Because that's going to usher in the return of our Lord Yahushua. That's going to bring forth the kingdom of heaven, man. Okay? The rise and fall of Esau is very important, man. When you read the scriptures, it goes back to Jacob and Esau. Why do you think the prophets kept inquiring about the end? And what was told Ezra? Esau is the end of the world. You see, you can get that. All right? And Jacob is the beginning that follow. You got something?
Yeah, come. Talking about Esau exalting himself, Isaiah 14 and 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend unto heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit amongst the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Verse 15, this is the point. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell to the sides of the pit.
Right. So we seeing that dissension right now. You know, if you're paying attention, Esau falling right now, man. You know? And it tells you that, you got a precept? Yeah, it tells you that in Psalms, I think it's Psalm 73, where the Lord has surely set him in slippery places. Go ahead.
Prophecy, Jeremiah 50 and 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
Yep, see that? Read that one more time.
Jeremiah 50 and 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder
and
broken?
Who's the hammer of the whole earth? The so-called white man. And it goes into America because that's his throne, but that goes to the so-called white man. A hammer is an instrument. That's why when you read, what's that, Psalms 17?
Yep, that's it.
The sword. A hammer is an instrument that the Lord is using to break. Matter of fact, you give me that in Isaiah 10 and 15. Read that one more time.
Jeremiah 50.
See, the very source that has hurt the planet Earth on all levels, whether it's in the form of GMOs, goddamn chemtrails in the air, smog, you know, deforestation, the damn animals being at the brinks of extinction, and not to mention the different nations, the so-called white man wreak havoc on all these different nations, and Israel being at the top of the list, man. The damning genocide of the so-called natives. That's the hammer. That's the instrument of destruction, man. See, so read it again, huh?
Jeremiah 50 and 23. How is the
Yep.
hammer of the
Yep.
whole earth cut asunder and broken?
Mhm.
How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
Yep. So that fourth beast, which is throne, see, that fourth beast, which tearing pieces. Somebody want to get that? Daniel? Yep, you got that? Get that.
Yeah. This is on Daniel 7:7. And after this, I saw the night vision, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible.
Yep, that's the so-called white man in the form of the Roman Empire moving forward. Dreadful and terrible, man. Okay? See, now the Lord and His mercy have showed us who is the source of the problem, man. All right, on the planet Earth.
I got a precept for that terrible. Then let you know this Edomite, Jeremiah 49 and 16. Thy terribleness have deceived thee,
Yep.
in the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill. Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord.
Yeah, see that? See, they think they're unreachable. The Lord's going to bring them down. But the point is that terribleness, man. Just take a glimpse into this man's track record, man. It's riddled with bloodshed. Okay? Go ahead, up.
It says, behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth.
Right, and that's dealing with his military, his weaponry. Go ahead.
It devoured
Go ahead.
and break in pieces.
And break in pieces. See? So read that one more time up. What you got? You still got it.
Yep, Jeremiah 50 and 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut
See, that's the
asunder?
same source. That's the same entity that the Lord raised up. The Lord used, hey, if a hammer was laying right there on the table, it's rendered useless unless I pick it up. I have to lift that hammer up. So the Lord lifted up this dreadful, terrible weapon in the form of Esau. Matter of fact, give me Isaiah 10 and 15, because that's the spirit. What Cain name? Cain name is what? A damn weapon, man. A dagger, man. See? But a dagger is rendered useless. You can have I don't give a damn how menacing the weapon is. You can't do that unless somebody pick it up and put it to work. So real quick, hold what you got. We're going to get this real quick.
Isaiah 10:15, shall the axe boast itself against him that heweth their
So
will?
there go another dreadful example. The axe, hammer, sword, it's all the same. It all goes back to Esau, the so-called white man. Right? Read it again.
It says, shall the axe boast itself against him that heweth their will?
Right, so the so-called white man is actually boasting against the very one that's hewing with him. That's giving him his power. Go ahead.
Or shall the saw magnify itself against him that shaketh it?
Right, and the saw is another terrible weapon, but it's rendered useless unless someone is there to put it to work. Go ahead.
As if the rod should shake itself against them that lift it up.
So who lifted up this rod?
That's it.
Yahweh Shemashah lifted up Esau and put him up in the position he in, man. See, go ahead.
Or as if the staff should lift up itself as it were of no wood.
See that? So it's Yahweh Shemashah gave this devil his power.
That's right.
Go ahead, y'all.
This is Habakkuk, that's back you up, Habakkuk 1 and 6. For lo, I raise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nation, which shall march through the breadth of the land to possess the dwelling places that are not there.
Right, so the Lord is the one that raised up the Chaldeans, man. The Lord, matter of fact, give me Ecclesiastes to somebody, the 10th chapter. The Lord, the one who gave this devil his power. Guess what? You know why that's beautiful and comforting? Because it's going to be the Lord who take his power away, man. It's comfort in that, knowing that our power gave this devil his power, man.
I got precept over there.
You know? Go ahead.
There's Ecclesiastes 4:31. Let not thy hand be stretched out to receive.
Right, which Esau had his hand stretched out to receive. Just read Genesis the 27th chapter. Father, bless me also. He had his hand stretched out to receive, right? And he wept bitterly. Now, hold up. The scripture, matter of fact, hold me Joel 9 and 24.
Okay, I got you.
Read this again, huh?
It said, let not thy hand be stretched out to receive.
Now, what did his hand receive when it was stretched out? Let's get the scripture.
Okay.
Joel 9 and 24.
Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of
Into the what?
into the hand of the wicked.
In order for him to get it, he had to have his hand stretched out. See? Read that again.
God, Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Yeah, you got simple, especially these simple Negroes, come on the coming board, somebody, what makes you think the so-called white man is Esau? You know, or they say Esau is Japhet. Man, come on, man. Or a bunch of damn Arabs, right? You got 25 Arabs with a couple of pickup trucks, you know what I'm saying? With some choppers, man, some sounders. And you mean tell me that's Esau, man? Scripture say Esau's gonna rule the world, man.
That's it.
So what you say?
Oh, you got a great sword.
You got a great sword. That no goddamn, you know what I mean? Old chopper, man. AK-47.
That's it.
So the scripture said this man had his hand out to receive the world. Go ahead.
It said, let not thy hand be stretched out to receive, and shut when thou sittest repay.
And that's the time we in now. We're in the time where this devil got to repay. But he got his hand shut, man. Okay? And really, we're in a heavy time. I have to always emphasize through the Spirit, the chronological order of things. If you're paying attention through the Spirit, this is obviously the time where the Lord is bringing this man down. Not to mention just the dollar being on the verge of collapse. I think the other day you had the Dow Jones to drop over 1,800 points. It's volatile. The money system is volatile, as we know. These devils are almost brought to the border of war. You got the coronavirus. All right, if nothing else fails, we can just throw the coronavirus at you. You know what I mean? Niggas with masks on. If nothing else fails, we can trump you with that. All right, just look out, you see a nigga with a mask on. All right, at Hooters.
That's it.
They got David. They got Buffalo Wild Wing with a mask on. Let's show you what that's.
Yeah.
But also, the Lord is exposing his devil through the inquisitions that's being made. If you want to get that, you can get that. But right now, this devil is under a microscope. That will let you know that this is the time where he's about to fall. He's being heavily scrutinized, heavily evaluated. See, that's why we know he's about to go down. You know what proved that? You remember when Yahweh Shai was in the room in the wedding? Then somebody caught Yahweh Shai attention and said, where this dude going? The dude would have been safe as long as Yahweh Shai didn't see him. But he was fucked right at that moment. Because the Lord was like, okay, you at a party, you see a nigga with a spaghetti stain on his shirt. You like, nah, he done caught your attention. Like, man, get him out of here, man. See, that's the first steps on taking you down. You got to recognize,
React.
Yeah, you react. Motherfucker, knocking down garbage cans in the neighborhood or something. So you got to be like, hold up. You notice it, right? Just that subtle act. So that's what's going on. The so-called white man is under heavy scrutiny. Give me what you got real quick.
All right, Kai, this 2 Ezra 6 and 18. And it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth, and will begin to make inquisition of them.
Right. Oh, the scripture said the Lord is going to begin to make inquisition. Somebody look up that word real quick. Inquisition. Read it again, up.
It says, and I will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly.
Yeah, see, who is that, man? That's the damn devil. The scripture said you have stretched forth your hand against such that was at peace with you, man. All right? You came up against people that wasn't even warring against you. Oh, that's why the scripture said when you cease to spoil, then you're going to be spoiled. See? Go ahead.
It says, and when he began to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled.
And see, that's the time we in. Are not we in a time where the affliction of Zion being fulfilled? We have paid our debt to society, if you will. So now it's time for Esau to pay. And that's why when you brought out in what the Ecclesiastes, the 4th chapter, where this devil had his hand stretched out to receive, now you don't want to pay back, man. All right? You got the definition for inquisition?
Definition of inquisition, it reads a period of prolonged and intensive questioning or investigation.
See that? So that's the time we in. This is a period of prolonged, intensive questioning or investigation. So the so-called white man is under heavy scrutiny right now. He's being investigated. We running a diagnosis on this devil, man. Okay? And not just us, the rest of the nation watching this devil.
That's right.
The scope is on him. See? That light is on this devil. He's being exposed. See? You got something?
Yeah, this Psalm 9:11. It says, sing praise to the Lord which dwelleth in Zion, declare among the people his doings. When he maketh inquisition for blood, he remembereth them, he forgiveth forgetteth not the cry of the humble.
Yeah, so the Lord has remembered, all right, the wickedness of the so-called white man. And he's beginning to make inquisition. You got something? You got something over here? Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead, you got it.
Okay, this, Isaiah 47 verse 3, thy iniquity shall be uncovered, yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
Yeah. So the Lord is going to take vengeance on you devils, man. He's not going to meet you as a man. Your nakedness being seen is the beginning stages of that, though. See how the Lord works? Because I don't know who to go after unless I know who you are, unless I know your offense. I can't just go after you. I got to know you have to be exposed. See?
If you cover,
You got it. No, you got it.
Yeah, because if you covered, you know, like I said, I don't know who are you. I don't know how to put a beat.
I can't charge you.
I can't charge you.
I don't know who you is. They're like a fugitive on the run. How can I charge you until we put that light? Matter of fact, give me real quick. Give me Ephesians the 5th chapter real quick. Give me Ephesians the 5th chapter, and I started at the 10th verse. Because are we not? And somebody can give me, I think that's Zephaniah, where it talks about how we are going to search out, we them candles. Look, man, we the light, all right? We carriers of light. A light was set up in effort to expose the things in the darkness, man. Which the so-called white man has been creeping around in the strap behind the shrouds of deception, tiptoeing around, dealing treacherously behind the shadows ever since he's been in power, man. The proof of that is who ruled the world? The Illuminati. Why didn't you know that though? If they were doing the right thing, why didn't they just come out and say, yeah, we rule the world, you know, we set the policy? Why you had to find out these motherfuckers ruling the world? I mean, they doing something off, man. You know what I mean?
Like you said, you know, Nebuchadnezzar, they knew Nebuchadnezzar was the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Pharaoh. I mean, but why now?
Yeah, right now I gotta cut through all the red tape to find out. It took all my life to find out it was a bunch of fucking faggot bankers, man.
Yeah.
That run the world. Why didn't they just come out and tell you? See? Because they was being wicked, man. All right, go give what you got. Ephesians 5.
Yeah, kind of.
Start at the 10th verse.
All right, Ephesians 5 and 10, proving what is acceptable unto the Lord, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness.
Oh, see, with the unfruitful works of darkness, man. They work in the dark. See, go ahead.
But rather reprove them.
Oh, but rather reprove them. Go ahead. How do we reprove them? Through the scriptures. See, go ahead.
For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret.
Right, so the things that they do in secret, the different rituals, Bohemian groves, they got the casting couch. The scripture says even the shame to even mention the things that they do, right? Go ahead.
But all things that are reproved
but all things that are reproved, go ahead.
are made manifest by the light.
Come on, man. It's made manifest by the light. So that's why we know who you are now. That's the time. Hey, it's heavy. Like you go, you watch a movie where you have the criminal and you have the guy. You have a goddamn light bulb, man. I don't know why. It's always a light bulb. That one light bulb.
No, you messed up.
Yeah, you know you done fucked up, though. You know what I mean? No, we should have named it. You know you done fucked up, though. Yeah. All right, go ahead. We'll go back. Go ahead. What you got?
Okay, this is Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, chapter 27 and 15. The strife of the proud is bloodshedding, and their revealings are grievous to the ear.
Woo, and their revealings are grievous to the ear. This is not easy on the ear, especially to the so-called white man. They don't want to hear, because if you've been sneaking around, tiptoeing around, you know, in deception, behind a shroud of deception and secrecy, once that's exposed, man, that's uncomfortable, man. Right? So now the Spirit got it where we putting this thing on full blast, okay, for the world to see. All right? You got something?
Yeah,
Yeah, get what you got real quick.
Zephaniah 1 and verse 12, and it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are scattered on their leaves, or settle on their leaves, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil.
Right, so you got people that settle, they think the Lord ain't going to make a move, period. But the Lord set us up to expose them. Yep. So we will be those candles, right? And a candle, what's the purpose of a candlestick or a candle? It holds light. See? So, and the candlestick is an instrument as well. The Lord is using us, holding us, you know, Searching everything out. All right, go ahead.
Cause in Job 5:14, they meet with darkness in the daytime.
Right, meaning these devils, they don't even understand that we're in the time of daytime. This is the time where the lights is on full blast, yet these devils trying to meet in darkness. We already know who you are now, man.
Yep.
You see? Here it is, you trying to do a drug deal with everybody watching you. That's what the scripture's saying. They meet in darkness in daytime. Go ahead.
It says, and grope in the noonday as in the night.
Right, and this is noonday. You know? This is the time of noonday. Meaning this is where this is the highest, noonday is the highest height of light. This is the highest height with wisdom. Wisdom is on display at the highest level it's ever been. You know? So this will be noonday. All right, you got more?
That was the point.
I got a quick verse.
Go ahead, you got something?
Yeah, kind. This is the book of St. John 3 and verse 20. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved.
Yep, see that? So it's this light, this truth that will reprove your deeds. And when you come around it, by default, you're going to be exposed. That's why when you read Hebrews, it tells you how this word is a discerner of the intents and thoughts and purposes. All right? Go ahead.
Yeah, kind. This is Ezekiel chapter 21 and 24. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, because ye have made your iniquity to be remembered.
Read that one more time. Read that one more time.
Ezekiel 21 and 24. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, because ye have made your iniquity to be remembered, and that your transgressions are discovered, so that in all your doings your sins do appear. Because I say that you are come to remembrance, ye shall be taken with the hand.
Yeah. So the Lord has made all that light brings back to remembrance. You know? Hey, if you look at something, you forgot something, you turn the light on. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's the light bulb on the head. Good.
That's bad.
See that?
God.
All right, you got something else?
No, I ain't got nothing.
Give me Isaiah 59 real quick.
Kind.
And I started like the 8th verse. I'm good, yeah.
All right, kind. Yeah, this.
And through the Spirit, you know, I want to probably commentate, if you will, on do a little commentary on the video, you know, which contributes to the fact that this man is being exposed. Okay, the damn hypocrite that is Esau.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
Kind. Isaiah 50. We on 59.
Now start at 8.
Kind. All right. Yeah, this Isaiah 59 and 8. The way of peace they know not, and there is no.
Hold up. The way of peace they know not, meaning the truth, man. This truth is peace.
That's it.
Give me Saint. Let's prove that. Give me St. John 14. Is that 14 and 27?
Okay. Say 14.
Yep. I think start at like 27.
This is St. John chapter 14, verse 27. It reads, peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you, not as the world giveth, I give.
Read that one more time. Read that one more time.
This is St. John 14 and 27. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you, not as the world giveth.
See, not as the world give it, right?
Give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled.
So that proves that this piece right here is dealing with information, because your heart is your mind. Okay?
Yeah.
So your heart is not going to be troubled as long as you got this peace.
Right.
This gives you got the saying inner peace. Well, we have inner peace over here, and it's these scriptures by way of the scriptures. Our heart is not troubled like our contemporaries, your coworker, your next door neighbor. Man, they bugging out now. Just imagine when tanks get to rolling up and down your street, man. See, we're going to be comforted in that day. Because I'm going to tell you what's bad about the Lord. The worse it get, the more settled you should be.
That's it.
Why? Because he's going to say, you know what? This was the truth the whole time. If shit don't break out, then you'll start doubting.
There you go.
So the more shit start breaking out and hell start, breaking out, that's the more your faith shall be grew. He said, you know what? This was the truth. Oh shit, there go the troops. Damn, I had the truth the whole time.
The closer we get to salvation.
The closer we get to salvation. Okay, come.
Yeah.
So real quick, before you read that, let's go back here real quick.
Let me finish,
Hold on, what you had?
let me finish this off.
What you had?
St. John 14:27.
Yeah, finish it off. Read it again and finish it off.
Let me finish it off. This is St. John 14:27. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid.
Yep, they'll be afraid.
Yeah,
Right? Because it's information that we got. But the point is, this is peace. We wasn't given this word just, you know, like you got certain groups out there, they love to debate. Like for an example, like Sakari. Like you had Deacon Akar. You can see the glow in his eye. You know, the cut vocab. And that was a beautiful thing, you know. But they real talk, what is Sakari about? They about debating. When you look at their videos, most of them is about, they knowledge, but they go into a lot of good information. You know, I can't front. But the driving force behind them, they're all about debate, man. You know? But the point is, this truth wasn't given to us solely for that purpose. It was given to us to create peace, man. This thing bigger than just, you know, showing what you know. All right? Because the Lord can take it from you. But this was given, if you sincere, so you can digest it and it'll prepare you for what you're about to go into, man. That's that peace. See? All right, so now give me back Isaiah 59:8.
Isaiah 59:8, the way of peace they know not.
See, so now this makes more sense. This truth they know not. See that word know? The way of peace they know not. Yeah. See? They don't understand this truth, bro.
And there is no judgment in their goings.
Right, because they don't have discernment. Right? They just go. They're like brute beasts. Right? Go ahead.
They have made them crooked paths.
See that? They'll made them crooked paths. It's not this. Matter of fact, give me real quick Proverbs 4.
Yep.
Get Proverbs 4. They have made them crooked paths. Now, where do the word crooked goes back to? Perverse.
That's it.
See? All right, give me what you got.
This is Proverbs.
What the scriptures tell you, matter of fact, give me Proverbs 1 real quick and 5.
It's Proverbs 1 and 5. A wise man will hear it.
Matter of fact, jump to, let me see. Let's see if there's nothing. Oh, that's Proverbs 8.
Okay.
Proverbs 8 and start at 8.
The word. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
So now the scriptures say that these people have made themselves crooked paths, which we know means perverse, meaning to turn. So in contrast to that, what we have is straight.
That's it.
See? All right, give me what you got.
Proverbs 8:8. It said, all the words of my mouth are in righteousness.
Yep, talking about the scriptures. Go ahead.
There is nothing forward or perverse in them.
See, there's nothing perverse or forward in them or crooked in them. It's straight to the point. Hey, the quickest way to a destination is straight.
Yep.
All right. So now let's go back to where we was at.
This is Proverbs 4 and 25. Let thine eyes look right on.
Let thine eyes look right on. Go ahead.
And let thine eyelids look straight.
Look what?
Look straight.
Look straight. So this doctrine brings about a straight outlook. We look into the kingdom, man. See? And that's what the scriptures develop. A straight outlook. Go ahead.
It said, and let thine eyelids look straight before thee. Punish thy path of thy feet.
Yep.
And let all thy ways be established. Turn not to the right hand, nor to the left. Remove thy foot from evil.
Right, so the turn means to be crooked. That's crooked, turning to the right or left.
Yep.
Real quick, the scripture said, ponder the path of your feet. Give me that in Psalms 119. Let's see how you ponder the path of your feet. What's going to be the guide to this journey we have embarked on? Go ahead.
This Psalm 119 and 105. Thy word is a lamp.
Is a what?
A lamp.
That word is a lamp. Go ahead.
Unto my feet.
Unto my feet. So this path that we walking on, this word, see, which is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is the ultimate shepherd. What do a shepherd do? He hits you in, what do you use to keep you in line? The staff. What's the staff? The word.
That's it.
See? Read it again.
He said, thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path.
And a light unto my path. That's his word. All right, so let's go back. That was it with Proverbs?
Yeah, that was the point on that.
All right, so let's go back to Isaiah 59.
All right, Isaiah 59 and 8 again. The way of peace they know not.
Right, so you don't understand this truth. Go ahead.
And there is no judgment in their goings.
Right.
They have made them crooked paths.
Go ahead.
Whosoever goeth therein shall not know peace.
Yep, read.
Therefore is judgment far from us.
Uh-huh.
Neither doth justice overtake us.
That's our people. Justice ain't overtaking you. Continue.
We wait for light,
See, we wait for light. Go ahead.
but behold obscurity.
But you behold obscurity. You behold what the so-called white man has given you. Go ahead.
For brightness.
You looking for the answers. Go ahead. Hey,
Yeah,
the light bulb.
Mm.
The light bulb go off in your head. You looking for brightness. You looking for the answers, right?
But we walk in darkness.
But we walk in darkness. See, go ahead.
We grope for the wall like the blind.
Hold up, you reaching. You looking for the answers. In the internet, you all on the internet. You groping. All right, go ahead.
And we grope as if we had no eyes.
See? Go ahead.
We stumble at noonday.
See that? See? Here it is. This is the highest form of information, noonday. Again, noonday symbolizes the brightest, the highest point of day. So here it is. This is the time where information is at its highest and you stumbling. See, read that again.
We stumble at noonday.
Go ahead.
As in the night. We are in desolate places as dead men.
Yep, see, you still dead, but we are alive. See that? So that's why we have this truth. And again, that's why that word light is there. That's why the word noonday is there, which again exposes you. Motherfuckers creep at night, man. Motherfuckers commit adultery at night, man. Motherfuckers, do all these ill dealings at night. In the daytime, you pushing it, man, because you gambling on being seen. So now we're in a time where the so-called white man is under scrutiny. Why? Because of his light. Now, y'all got a precept? Let's play this little video right here, and it's just gonna show you.
The best advice that
Hold up, hold that. Somewhere you want to put it up there? You want to just? Cause you hear it from right there. We ain't gotta play it up there, kid.
No, I think it was loud. Let me see. I'm gonna check it out. See here. I think
It's loud enough?
No.
So we're gonna just play this video real quick before you play it. We're gonna do a little commentary on it, but it shows you that this so-called white man is the hypocrite that the Bible speaks of. We're gonna show you that through the scriptures. All right, so go ahead and play this.
The best advice that I can give for the black community is, it is not the criminal justice system that needs to change.
Yeah.
It's, you guys need to change within. When you make up 13% of the population, but you're responsible for more than 50% of the homicides in America every year, what is that telling you? Those discrepancies in numbers mean something. African Americans are more violent. Cops cannot approach them and treat them as if they're not. Just because the facts hurt your feelings, we need to protect ourselves, because the track record, it's not good, okay? And
Hold
this
up.
isn't
Now hold up. She said because the track record is not good. When you go into the so-called white man's track record, it's riddled with bloodshed, man.
Right.
See, the reason why we playing that, because that's proof. We ain't playing that, just to get you stirred up, which, you'll get hot, heated, right? But real talk, we showing that video clip, or playing that video clip so you can see that that's the hypocrite that the Bible speaks of. Matter of fact, can you give me what you got?
All right, Con. Yeah, this is
And if any precepts y'all got too, but go ahead. Give what you got.
all right. This is Job 15. Let me see. I'm about to jump up. Let me see. Job 15.
And don't worry about it. We're gonna go back. We'll go back.
This Job 15. I'm gonna just start at 31.
Uh-huh.
It said, "Let not him that is deceived trust in vanity, for vanity shall be his recompense.
Mm-hmm.
It shall be accomplished before his time, and his branch shall not be green. He shall shake off his unripe grape as the vine, and shall cast off his flower as the olive. For the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate."
Right. See, the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate. That's dealing with the so-called white man. So now, you might say, well, hold up, who is this hypocrite? Well, we're giving you an example of this hypocrite, man, in real time. Because if this is not hypocritical, I don't know what the hell is. I did a video not too long, I don't know if y'all remember, it was, I forget, exposing the hypocrite or some shit like that. But it was, the clip was a goddamn Edomite, and she was talking shit to Issachar.
Oh, yeah.
She was saying, you're a bunch of rapists, you're a bunch of killers. And everything she was saying, it applied to Esau, man.
That's it.
That's the highest form of hypocrisy ever, man. See that? Hold what you got, and give me what you got real quick.
Obadiah, verse 10, it says, "For the violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever."
Right. So here it is. You saying that if you just look at the history, motherfucker. If you look at the history, you killed over 4 million natives within a 4-year campaign, man. All right, now you got. I don't know if this is the same video, but I was watching another Edomite bitch. She was talking about how we didn't own slaves. Y'all keep, but see, motherfucker, you did, man.
Yep.
Because you don't understand reincarnation. All right, give me what you got.
She rebuttaling what Mitch McConnell said.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
We don't feel like we should pay because none of us was there.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, you was there, man.
You was there.
You was
Hey,
there.
by you confessing that the notes that you was there, by you confessing that we was there.
Well, yeah, Habashah said that. But you know what I'm talking about. I think it's Matthew the 25th chapter.
Exactly.
They said that we was in the time of the prophets, we would not have stoned them. With your very words condemned, testifies that you was those very ones.
That's right.
You know? All right, give me what you got.
God, this is Zechariah 11:5. It says, "Who possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty."
And that's what they're doing. This is a form of them holding themselves not guilty, man. All right? By filtering or, channeling that over on some. Oh, and that shows the hypocrisy of these damn devils, man. That's why the scripture called, give me that to the accused of thy brethren. Because, I can see if you somehow you deflected the blame to Ishmael or some shit. You putting the blame on the very ones that you got down responsible for murdering, rape, ravish. That's a hypocrite, man. It is the very ones that you shed the blood of, the very ones you have in derision to this very day. You got the goddamn gall to blame them, man. Hey, and they blaming us for crying out. They blaming us for complaining. Even though that Black Lives Matter shit a bunch of BS. But it ain't, it's really innocent, man. In the grand, when you look at the big picture of everything the fucking devil has done, man.
That's it.
Even though we don't support it or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, you take a step back, these devils pissed because it's just like you beat my ass and I said, out.
Yes.
This motherfucker, you mad because
you condemn me
because I'm saying ouch, man.
Yeah, exactly.
See that? You see what the fuck? Now you see.
One-on-one against the
See, now you see why we long for the day we can get that iron rod. Now you see why Yahushua even said that.
Patience of the saints.
That's why Yahushua said patience of the saints. That's why, hold up. Real quick though, I fit this, right? Now you see why Yahushua ain't just like, we the bride to Yahushua. And you know what to tell. You tell your bride, right, what she want to hear. You tell your woman, right, what she want to hear.
That's it, yeah.
Why Yahushua say gonna promise us an iron rod? Why the Lord say gonna promise us an iron rod? We get it now, man. We get it now, man. For these devils, man. That's what's quieting our grumblings. That's what's making everything calm us down. I'm gonna give you an iron ride now. Just
Chill out.
you see it make sense?
Jim, wait, I got you, Jim, wait.
And we see it. We see why he promised us the iron rod. And that's calming us down. All right? Come on, let's get what
you want the accused.
Yep, give me that real quick. And we're going to play this video again. Go ahead.
Revelation 12:10. "And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, Now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren."
See, the accuser of our brothers, this goddamn broad sitting up here accusing us. Right? For being, and we're going to play it again. For being the most violent people, man. You got the nerve to say that shit.
You made the missiles, man.
Yeah.
Goddamn, what you mean?
You made GMO. You in the lab, hitting monkeys over the head with hammers and shit. Straight up though, man. That's what they doing, man.
Yeah, you're right.
They ain't talking about us, man. Jake ain't want to do nothing but barbecue, man.
For real.
Go ahead,
That's bad, yeah. It said, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before the Most High day and night.
See that? The Lord see that, man. The Lord see you accusing us, man. All right, anyone y'all got a precept?
Yeah, I just want to make a point. He said he was going to send us a hypocritical nation, man.
Yep.
All right, that's a trot us down like Maya in the streets, and that's a hypocritical nation.
This that hypocritical nation, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true,
Fucking hypocrite.
Isaiah
All right.
10 and 6, if I don't know what I'm saying.
Got another precept on it?
I got some on that, because he dealing with that violence.
Mm-hmm.
Psalm 73, I'm going to start at 4. It says, for there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore, pride compares them about as a chain.
That's right.
Violence covereth them as a garment.
Yep. So that's their whole makeup. You know, when you which that's the time, inquisition, we watching them, we evaluating, we scrutinizing them, and their whole uniform is covered in violence.
Yep.
See? Yep. So we can go back here. Matter of fact, let me get a quick precept before you start. This is Proverbs 11. I started the 7th verse. It says, when the wicked man dieth, his expectation shall perish, and the hope of unjust men perish. That's dealing with the New World Order and their plans to establish this New World Order, all right? Peep though, it says, the righteous is delivered out of trouble. Yeah, you got this nigga Bill and his old man Belinda.
Clown.
Right. If you ever saw the picture of Bill, if you saw Bill Gates' old lady, supposedly, that's Bill, man.
Yeah, that's a man and a woman.
Bill and
backwards.
Bill.
Yeah.
The Bill is the woman, and Melinda is the man.
Shit. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Big school.
Well, Bill, he looked like he played for the 1958 Notre Dame championship team, man. And he was goddamn.
Wishbone.
Yeah, the Wishbone H-back, man. Motherfucker won the Sugar Bowl. Motherfucker beat Navy and shit. That's him, man. Right? The peep this, right? It says, see, like the Apostle House said, that ain't gonna work. This shit they trying to do, that's what we gotta keep in mind. Esau ain't winning no more, man. They already won. Winning time for them to lose.
That's it.
You know, you can bring out this information and you'll spook yourself. Esau doing this, Esau got. Man, look, they gonna fail, man. The Lord say He gonna have them motherfuckers in derision. Scriptures tell you that they will be in straits, right? So that's what we read. Look, Proverbs 11 and 8. It said, the righteous is delivered out of trouble. See? And the wicked cometh in his stead. Meaning they're gonna be the ones that suffer. But peep this, verse 9. It says, an hypocrite with his mouth destroyed his neighbor. That's this devil, man.
That's what she doing.
That's it.
That's what she doing.
You see that? See, that's a hypocrite for you. You can say something, but a real hypocrite not only say something, but in the same breath they destroy their neighbor. Let me read this again. It says a hypocrite with his mouth destroyed his neighbor. So this bitch right here not only is deflecting the blame from her, but she placing it on us.
That's it.
That's bad.
See that? A hypocrite with his mouth destroyed his neighbor, but through knowledge, shall the just be delivered. Hey, with that, you know what I'm saying? Hey, anybody got another precept?
Who she was talking about?
See, let's get this again. Let's read.
Cat.
Best advice that I can give for the Black community is
That's
it is not the criminal justice
Start from
system
the
that
beginning,
needs
dog.
to change.
Bitch, man. Definitely.
Mother. Yeah.
Best advice.
Sarah.
Let's spread up,
The best
Fred.
advice that I can give for the Black community is it is not the criminal justice system that needs to change. It's you guys need to change within. When you make up 13% of the population, but you're responsible for more than 50% of the homicides in America every year, what is that telling you? Those discrepancies in numbers mean something. African Americans are more violent. Cops cannot approach them and treat them as if they're not. Just because the facts hurt your feelings, we need to protect ourselves because the track record, it's not good, okay? And this isn't me being racist. I'm really trying to help you understand that people are not out to get you for your skin color. They're scared for their lives, as they should be, because historically, African Americans, even being a small percent in the USA,
And that's a
responsible
lie.
for the most homicides.
That's a
in this
fucking lie, man. All right, that was it on the video.
Yeah, that was I'm banging it up.
Now she said, so-called African Americans, a small amount. We
Small percentage. Yeah.
Yeah, quick precept.
they the ones that's not
Yeah, we the
popular.
majority.
Quick precept.
Go ahead.
Obadiah 1 and 2. Behold, I have made thee small amongst the heathen.
Yep.
As thou art greatly despised.
Yep.
That's it.
Low
Yeah.
birth rate.
Low birth rate.
Yep.
Well, that's because they deaf.
That's
They
it.
symbolize death. That's
Yeah,
why scripture
that's
say
it.
life and death is set against one another.
Son of
Jake is to be fruitful and multiply. Jake gonna produce.
Son
Right?
of perdition.
Yep, the son of perdition. That's it.
Yeah. And I just want to say, her shirt she got on American flag, but it's on fire. It look like.
Oh, I see that. I
That's
see
it.
that.
Yep, you're right up.
That's an
You're right
omen.
up.
It's fake.
You're right
It's an
up.
omen.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
You're right.
Got a precept for you.
Yeah, go ahead. You know what? That's probably enough on the video.
Okay, cut.
They played enough.
Cut.
But real talk, that's the mentality of Esau. Remember, we went out to eat the other day. What that was yesterday? And I was telling y'all how you saw them little young Edomites in that group.
Yeah.
They were talking about politics, man.
Yeah.
They don't talk about what Jake talking about. They were talking about,
no.
you know, they were talking about the current events.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
the different things that's taking place on the planet Earth, the swarm activity.
Right.
And their whole thing is, man, you know, these niggas, man, it's
Yeah.
just Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
That's the same devils that was
What I'm
running you down the
pondering,
Haiti.
P.
Yeah.
Yep. You pondering what I'm pondering, P.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Okay, this is Ecclesiastes Sirach 23 and 8. The sinner shall be left in his foolishness.
Mm-hmm.
Both the evil speaker and the proud shall fall
Yeah,
therein.
the evil speaker, man. And that's a form of scriptures talks about too, how they speak lofty concerning oppression.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. You motherfuckers that had us in goddamn subjection over hundreds and hundreds of years. All right, the history is really, you know, to even speak about the shit that you did to us as a nation, man. You got the nerve to flip and bounce it as if we the problem, man.
That shit, man.
You know?
Grievous to the ill.
Yeah. But that just show you what we dealing with, man.
That's right.
Esau, man. That's why this man had to be taken down, man. He got to be taken out of the way. This how this devil actually look at shit, man.
Right.
You know? That's why the scripture said, deliver me from wicked and unreasonable men.
Right.
Right, go ahead.
Just going back to the man truck record. This is Revelation 6 and 4, and that went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him.
See
that
that?
said, yeah.
See that? The power was given.
Yeah.
So and this is the family that this Edomite woman that's in, man. The power was given unto them. Go ahead up.
It said, and power was given to him that sat on to take peace from the earth.
Yeah. Oh, no, you got it.
Yeah. The power was given unto them to take peace from the earth, man. But you want to switch it upon us, man. And you the one that got the power that take the peace from the earth. You got it.
It says, and that they should kill one another.
Yeah, and that they should kill one another. The first thing this Edomite want to say what? The problem is us, man. But the problem is them, man. You the number one murderer. Esau Edom is the number one murderer, man. Her forefathers, you got it up.
Yeah, we're responsible for so many deaths. But look at the Civil War. How many deaths was there, man?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
World War I.
World War I.
World War II.
World War II. That's it.
Now
Edomite on Edomite, man.
9/11.
9/11,
They
man.
say something too, Bible shot. They speaking on that War I. They call it the Great War.
Yeah, but right.
You know,
Great War.
That right there, that war changed how war gonna be played out,
Yeah,
man.
trumps it out.
You know what I mean? That's why you think, why you think the scripture talking about damn airplanes and shit in the
Right.
scriptures, man? Because of this nigga, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The real nigga. You right, up.
That's it.
You right.
Got a quick precept.
I'm saying that's like it says, and that they should kill one another, and that was given unto him a great sword.
See that? A great sword. What is a sword? Meant to kill, man. All right? This sword that was given unto Esau was meant to kill, man. For him to conquer. All right? And violence. All right? You don't use a sword in a nice way.
You don't slice cake with no sword.
You don't slice cake when you don't slice butter or damn cake with a sword, man.
Yeah, you spread, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Great
Can't
fun.
believe it's butter.
Grape poupon. Use my sword. Grape poupon. You know, ain't none of that. No, you cutting off heads, man. You killing.
Hey, can I get something real quick? This is a little article, right? I just typed it up. And what it say right here?
why most serial killers are white men.
Oh, call a lawyer out about shooting outside.
Why most serial killers are white men, man? And that's really not because when you think about the top 10, you can Google it. Top 10 serial killers, it's gonna come up with Edomites, man. Who the most infamous serial killer? Yeah, I did some more. Yeah. First, Jeffrey Dahmer, man. Jeffrey Dahmer, motherfucker, putting goddamn bodies in the freezer, all right, making broth and shit.
Yeah.
You
What
know?
they do? They use souvenirs, fingertips.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Forensic Files. I had this guy. I was watching this guy on the Forensic Files. He goddamn. They found a cooler with fucking cat heads in it, man. As a fucking young teenage Edomite. And they said, hold up.
Yeah, that's the beginning.
That's the beginning.
Yeah, that's what they said. They was like,
That's the beginning of a murderer, man. That's the making of a
yeah,
murderer.
he torture small animals because they have like if you watch Forensic Files, I don't know if y'all have people. They have like profile motherfuckers who do profile on killers, and they can find. They were like, okay, this guy, and it's always an Edomite. They said if they try to get a beat on who did the crime, it's okay. He decapitated the lady. You know what? This sounds like a so-called Caucasian in his early 20s. For real.
Yeah.
Straight up. They got the shit called serial killer profile.
I seen what you
You
said.
know what I'm about? And they said, man, some of the attributes like he lost his job. He was a damn piece of delivery. The nigga we survived about the cat head. He got 40 cat heads in the trunk, man. And that's what, I saw one nigga had a cooler full of damn cat heads, man. And then some of his old friends came and said, yeah, man, every chance he got, he saw a dog or something crossing the street, the motherfucker run him over. Damn Edomites, man. You know? But that's the so-called white man.
That's right.
Yet you got her saying, due to some damn statistics, which is skewed, and they put their stock into that shit. But we put our stock into what the scripture said. You the devil, man.
I got a precept for you.
Yep, go ahead.
I gotta bring it out again. So Ecclesiastes, Sirach 27:15. The strife of the proud is bloodshedding, and their revealings are grievous to the ear.
Yeah, the strife of the proud is bloodshedding, man. And it is what? Grievous to the ear, man. That's right. So, starting with us in the world here, the deeds of the white man, man, it's grievous, all right? But you got this Edomite right here trying to reverse the roles, man, and blame it on us, man. Accuser of thy brethren, man. But it begins with her forefather, who? Cain. You see what I'm saying? I got a quick precept. It says Genesis 4:8, and Cain talked with Abel. All right, Cain is the what? Is the forefather of should I say Esau? All right, because Esau, all right, in the reincarnation, Cain came back as Esau. It says, and Cain talked with who? With Abel. Who was Abel? Our forefather. Because Abel came back in the reincarnation as who? Jacob. It says, and Cain talked with Abel, his brother. And it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him. What the field represents? The world. Same thing that we're seeing right now, man. In the world, we have in Cain, all right, which represents the murderer, man, which was from the beginning killing Abel. Abel is our righteous forefather, Abel. All right.
Okay, just saying, like you just said, murder from the beginning. It's John 8:44. You are your father, the devil.
See that?
And the lust of your father you would do.
Yeah, you are your father of who?
The devil.
The devil, and what?
And the lust of your father you would do.
And what's the lust of you to kill? That's the lust of your father, man. Because he don't put blood to the side, man. Edom welcomes all blood. They want all blood, man. That's why blood is pursuing them. What is Ezekiel 35? That's why blood is pursuing them right now. A man shall reap what he sowed. All right, so you have sown so much bloodshed from the beginning, all the way up until now, all the way up to this Edomite that we just seen, trying to switch it up. That's the deception of Esau. That's Esau being that cunning hunter. You the main one picking people off, but you want to You know, I didn't do that. No, he did it. He did it. You know what I mean?
No accountability.
No accountability. That's it.
Just like the birthright. Want to goddamn blame Jacob, bitch.
Yeah, you did, man.
You sold
You
it.
sold the
You sold
birthright.
it.
You let her know that you sold it.
Yeah, yeah. See,
You didn't
fucking
tell that
devil, man.
part. You didn't say that.
You ain't
You
tell that
ain't
part.
tell that part.
You just cried.
And that's Esau being a deceiver,
Fucking
being a
devil, man.
hypocrite. You
That's why we
always,
gotta get rid of this devil, man. Straight up, man.
That's it.
hey, because he always want to leave the truth out.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. No truth in him.
You know, no truth in him, man. You got it.
Cause it said, "Ye are your father the devil, and the lust of your father you would do."
Yep.
He was a murderer from the beginning.
A murderer from the beginning. That's hey, your father's what? The beginning of you. And you come, you know, just like a daughter. A daughter come after their father. And the scripture says what? You are like your father, the devil. The beginning of you, the origin of you is what? Is murder.
Yep.
To be a fucking murderer, man, a bloodshed, man.
And that's what you read with Cain.
And never read
That's what y'all was talking about.
That's the beginning of you Edomites, man. Fucking Cain, man. The beginning of you Edomites, which was what? A murderer. Which was the first murderer. But so that means you committed the first murderer, man.
Murder.
That's right. You the poster child for murder. You know, a fucking Edomite with a big grin from ear to ear should be at the definition of murder, man. With some glasses on, with some fucking, you know, with the hair swooped to the side. You know what I'm saying?
First fugitive.
Yeah, first fugitive, man. Looking innocent. First of all, he should be looking innocent, like he shouldn't do nothing. But that's your murderer, man. You got it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. That was it on that?
It said he was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth.
See? And a bold, not a truth. He did not tarry in the truth. The truth was not in him, man. The truth, he had nothing to do with the truth, man.
Yeah.
It said because there was no truth in him.
Yeah, because there was no truth in it. You can't be a part of something that's not within you, man. Go ahead.
It says when he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own.
Yes, when he speak of a lie, and there she go. That's it, up. That's it. She speak of her own people, man. The lie was you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the Israelites. You are the murderers, but you were speaking of your own. You were speaking of your own people. Y'all the first murderers, starting with your forefathers.
I'm not say something too.
You got it.
You asked this. I was gonna say something. You asked her, how did America get started?
See that? Yeah, man.
See, bad to a come. You can't.
You sure can't.
Yeah, I mean,
You can't
how
even-
this place was established?
That's all she gonna go.
Man.
Because she don't want to utter the truth. You got it.
Yeah, she gonna call the police.
She gonna glitch out on you.
Yeah, she'll call the police.
Yeah. You gonna have Karen.
Karen. That's a Karen
He's
moment.
harassing me. He asked me why is America, how was it established?
Karen. That's it.
Yeah, but this nigga took the house and now the building his name now.
Yeah, that's true.
He don't want to pay that bill.
Yep, that's true.
The episode I found, I forgot the nigga.
James Wood.
James Wood, man.
Go ahead.
If I may add on that, because everything Esau do, you can find him now, man. Everything that go wrong, you can blame it on Esau, and they got a precept to back it up. This is the book of Sirach 12, verse 17. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he...
Oh, can I say real quick? Like when you look at these protests, these rallies, protests in the street,
Man.
he saw the first one now.
Yep.
Jake ain't got the mindset to organize a goddamn protest, man. To get city ordinance and permits, right, to block out barricades.
Yeah.
He saw the one who set up these high-profile protests in these cities, man. So that's proof that you'll find him there first. All right, that's even on the level the best case scenario. How much more if it's a damn bloodbath in a house, man?
God.
All right, you have a piece of?
Yeah, now, to make a point real quick, even with this George Floyd thing, who propelled to the forefront? Esau. You know what I'm saying? Now you see Jake here and there, but Esau is the main one. Black Lives Matter with the signs even when we was at the camp.
They posted across the
Just
camp.
gonna say that. And we was at the camp the other
Black
day.
Lives Matter, man.
Hey, it wasn't a nation of Israel there, period. I mean, from the Cubans to, well, should I say, the so-called Cubans to whoever aboard the 12 tribes of Israel, it was straight Edomites. With the Black Lives Matter sign, man. Come on, bro. Yeah. With mask on. Come on, bro.
Esau.
Fucking hypocrite, man.
Yeah, go ahead. You finish that up.
It says, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee.
Yeah. So they pretend to help you when you see them at these rallies and protests. Right? Go ahead, up.
It says, says he will shake his head and clap his hands
Mhm.
and whisper much and change his countenance.
Yep, and that's the time we're in now.
That's it.
You seeing them horns come out. That's why you see that bitch right there, man.
That's right.
Right, we're in a time now where light, truth is 2 Ezra the 6th chapter. Truth, it said the truth will be so long without fruit.
That's it. That's it.
We're in a time where truth is not having its way on the planet Earth. The time of lies and deception is being moved out of the way. Right?
That's it.
Yeah, and you got something too? What you got, y'all, son?
I was looking for that. Why has thy countenance fallen? When he talked-
4th chapter, Genesis
Yeah,
4th
yeah,
chapter.
yeah.
Right toward the top.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
up.
kind of.
It's like the 4th verse.
Oh yeah, verse 6, yeah. This is Genesis chapter 4, verse 6. And the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wroth?
Yeah.
And why is thy countenance fallen?
Yeah, yeah.
Just like it's going into what you brought out, man. Your countenance is changing. We're seeing the horns now, man.
Yeah, we seeing you.
We're seeing you.
Yeah, we
You know what
seeing
I'm
you.
saying?
For what you really are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
God.
You know?
That's that
Regardless of the facade that you put up, so like,
light. No, you good. You good. That's that
Yeah, you got
light
like I was
bulb.
saying, hell, a damn bang. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. JFK. You know what I mean? That damn president. No, now you been look. Now you
Yeah.
see the devil, man.
Yeah,
Right?
that's true.
Max, make points. It's like that verse said, if thou doest well, you should be yourself.
That's
See,
it.
that's why the nigga got to
That's
turn.
it.
He got to
That's
change
it.
faith now.
That's it.
Because he see you a
That's it.
nigga for what you will.
That's
So,
it.
so
That's
now
it.
you got to up the scrap now, man.
And see now, the Most High done put the Spirit, because this the end time, and the scripture said, the wicked shall be revealed. You know, roughly paraphrasing. So now, like you said, now you got to put up this little facade because the Most High done put the Spirit out upon the planet Earth. Now you getting exposed through the man of the Lord. Now, like you said, you got to put up a facade now to make it.
But now they got to. Now it really they got to be they self now.
Yeah.
They
You
done been
gotta
putting
come
up.
on with it.
They
Right.
been putting up the facade. Yeah.
Fuck it. We they know it, so
Yeah.
fuck it. We gonna
That's why they
execute
said.
it.
That's what scripture said. Ralph. Let's say he should come down with great
Oh
wrath.
yeah. Knowing that they have but a short
Like
time.
that.
Like when you have a,
That's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
Like taking a bitch wig off, she get mad.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But I know I'm bald headed.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, like if you corner off a porcupine, then he gonna show us
He gonna
this.
show us
Man.
this.
He can't. He gotta show who he is. Instinctively, he gonna. His instincts of survival gonna kick in. So what's Esau's instinct of survival? The sword.
Yep.
So this man them horns gonna pop up, and he gonna show himself. You got
That's
something?
beautiful because Genesis, that's exactly what
Yeah,
happened.
yeah.
After the Lord asked him,
business.
why is you wroth and why is your countenance falling? Guess what he did next? He killed Abel, man.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Right after that, he had to show who he really is, man.
Yeah,
This is
That's
being
beautiful.
foretold in the scriptures, man.
That's a good point.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
After he was exposed,
after he was exposed, he had to kill his brother,
The
man.
instinct kicked in.
Instincts.
The instinct kicked
The
in.
name, he lived up to
He
his name.
lived up to
He lived
his
Say
name.
name.
His countenance changed.
Yeah.
His countenance changed. He turned it to that dagger.
Yeah, that's
Weapon.
it. Yeah, that's it.
Ooh.
Same thing you played out today.
Yeah, that's what it said.
Yeah, you got some more with him?
Man.
Anybody, y'all got some? Hey, so with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory.
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to our teachers, the head apostles, and elders, the great millstone. Shalom, you brothers labored in his work, as well as you believers out there, the Akim and the Akwaf, that subscribe to the truth as well. Till the next time, Shalom.
Shalom.
DTA or Bob.
Oh, you slime balls.
You
You
monsters.
might be hypocrites.
Jacob, get ready, buddy.
Yeah.
Get ready, Jacob.
You false accusers of your brother.